2025, I will scale my business to $1 million per month, and I'm gonna document the entire journey right here daily on YouTube. But I realize that's quite a bold claim to make as a homeschool high school dropout with no GED and no diploma. For reference, I scaled my business to $1 million in 2024. And as for today, here's what we got. Mr. Chris.
What's going on, sir?
Bro, I've been literally geeking out. I stayed up till 6 a.m. last night working on this, but this is gonna help me land my next client that will probably make me an extra $50,000 a month. Before I show you what it is, let's go to the coffee shop and get my third round. Let me get dressed up and we're gonna go rap. I'm tryna fuck something right now. That little she tryna fuck something right. Okay, so one thing I wanna do, this is more directed at Chris, the guy behind the camera right now. He's a student of mine. This is my challenge to you, Chris. When you see me doing something, like, ask questions, because I know that with that, whoever is watching this video is probably gonna help them understand what I'm doing better, because again, like, sometimes a lot of what I do is just second nature to me, but it's not always to everyone else. Sound good?
Easy.
So one of the biggest things that I've learned about my business, and I don't want this to come off as like, oh, this is my business advice, but like, this is gonna be a foundational piece and a backbone for this series, is your business is only as good as the systems within it, because the business owner has a system for success and a freelancer relies on their time, energy, and output. So the reason that you see me in the spreadsheets, the reason that you see me in the nitty-gritty kind of trenches like that, and why I deem it as needle moving, is because those are the systems that other business owners will believe in. What I'm about to show you when I get in the coffee shop is a system that I built last night that I can rely on. And so if a business owner is gonna buy into something, they wanna buy into a system that they can see is clearly working. That's literally all I'm doing, is just creating systems that they can clearly see work, ads, content, data, and then I can showcase that those systems work, they can buy into that system, then they're willing to pay me. Simple as that.
Okay, so this is what I stayed up till 6 a.m. working on. What I did is I created a dashboard for a client. So you can see if I click on this is the client dashboard. And what this does is it's showing ad spend for today. This is all daily metrics unless stated otherwise. The budget, so I just adjusted this today, which is why you see it's 244% over the budget, which is still $757 less than we spent yesterday. And then how many clicks we've generated today, how much it's costing per click, how many leads we've generated today, how much it's costing per lead, how many applications, how much it's costing per application. Again, these are all being compared to yesterday as well. How many book calls today, how much it's costing to book the call, how much we've spent on ads the last couple days. So today is 733. Yesterday was about 1,500. The day before is about 1,600 and almost 1,700 the day before. And then we can see our month-to-date totals. So we've spent $6,500 on ads. We've generated 6,300 clicks, 1,500 leads, 216 appointments, 192 book calls. Our cost per click average for the month is $1.03. Our cost per lead average for the month is $4.19. Our cost per application is $30, and our cost per book call is $34.33. So obviously we don't have any sales data here yet. I have a meeting with my client on Tuesday to go and get that sales data. So then we can go and have something that looks like this, where this is showing cash collected for him for the day. And then this is showing it yesterday, so cash collected versus revenue. I'm going to check these numbers and just double check, because again, like, I just built these yesterday, so there could be some disconnects, but like you can see show rate is at 95%, close rates at 66%. Versus yesterday, and then that also does show versus yesterday, so it's up 73% from yesterday. This is right around the same, but I got to check those and make sure that those add up. Basically how this all works is obviously I have to pull data from somewhere. It's pulling from Google Sheets. So what's happening is I'll just give you the high level overview, because this is the stuff that I'm going to gatekeep straight up, because this is powerful stuff. So if you look at this, this is all the numbers that are being synced live from Facebook each day. And then we have like all of our numbers here as far as ad spend, clicks, cost per click, and everything. These are updated each day dynamically. And then we have our monthly kind of totals here, which you saw that all on the dashboard. And then we have all of our glide data. So this is basically a custom spreadsheet that I built out to pull all the data that I need to go and reflect all of those metrics. And then we have our lead. I'm not going to open these just because it's a customer information in there, but we have leads, all the leads that come in. This is like instant, all the applications that come in instant, and all the book calls that come in, that's instant. And that's how we're able to go and pull metrics like leads, apps, calls booked, and then we can just go and figure out how much it costs based on the ad spend. So that's what I stayed up late last night doing, is just building out this spreadsheet, and then also the Glide app on top of that, so that instead of looking at a Google Sheet, I can just go ahead and click on the app on my home screen.
Important as a service provider for this industry.
3 main reasons why this is important. One is I need to be able to see the data, so then I can go make data-driven decisions and to approve this, right? So if all the start to finish, every single step of the way is tracked and there's a metric around it, then if any metrics are lagging, then I can go and dive in and see why. But if I don't have that tracked, then it doesn't work. The COO of Restoration Hardware left me with what gets measured gets fixed. So if you can measure everything, then you can fix anything. And 2, I want my client to be able to very clearly and transparently see what it is that I'm doing and what I'm providing, right? Think about it. If you're going and, making short form videos for a client, then all they're really seeing is maybe views. And it's like, that's cool, but like, I would much rather my client be able to open up an app on their home screen and go and see, okay, it makes sense to pay the invoice this month. Lastly is when I want to go and pitch a new client, I know that not many people have this pretty much at all. So I can just go in and then I can just be on a Zoom call, just showcasing this link right here. And it's like, they're going to see that and they're going to give. I see this and I want to give. So next up, I got to work on a couple ads for agencies so I can cold approach and run ads and go get clients for both the ways. I'll break down in a little bit how I plan on using that in partnership with our students to go run an agency all over the country, which I'm super excited about because I know not many people can pull off, and they can't really pull it off well if they try, because of the fact that they don't have the infrastructure that we have. So more on that in a little bit.
All right, so this is Jared, and I'm working with Jared and his business partner on some systems within our business and the business of our clients, because everything that we do for them is great, but there's also a way that you can actually go and improve it and make it a lot better. So basically right now what we're doing for clients is we're scripting their ads, we're running their ads, we're making their organic content, they're clicking on links, they're opting in, and we're booking them calls, and their sales team can go and close those leads or book calls and make money from. However, there's a lot of numbers in between someone finding out about the brand and booking a call that can go and be improved. So all that being said, these numbers can be improved further, right? If you look at the amount of leads that we had come in today, we had 207 leads come in. We're getting leads for $3.83, which is fantastic. If you look at this, we're getting lead information for $3.83, but there's a disconnect between the amount of leads that are opting in and the amount of calls being booked. Why is this not 207 calls booked for $3.83? Well, because there's steps that have to happen where people fall off, right? So if we can go in and implement basically a safety net for people, if we look at this, we've had over 180 people roughly fall off. So how can we go and take those 180 people and try to basically put them back on the conveyor belt towards getting a call booked, and then ultimately having a sales call and selling them a product? Essentially, in order to bridge that gap, what we need to do is we need to have some sort of safety net. And that's where Jared and his business partner, Grant, jump in, because they have AI systems to go and do that. So Jared, explain what would happen from a lead opting in to a call being booked, and how we would go and make this number more efficient than what the funnel is providing us currently with the systems that you guys have.
So realistically, with getting those numbers more optimized, we don't believe in one single channel to do that. We believe in a series of channels where we build out automated calling, AI voice, AI text, SMS workflows, and email workflows to work those leads all at the same time. So it's a system of different automations in AI that work those leads simultaneously, where some people are more receptive to phone calls, some people are more receptive to SMS, some people are more receptive to email, where whatever the channel is, people are being nurtured constantly as they're being opted in with more information about the business so that they can grow their trust in the business, learn more about it, know, like, trust the person who's actually running the actual operation, and ultimately book more appointments.
Sweet. Yeah, so we're implementing his system, and that's what is on my screen right now is the white label that they've created that is pretty beefed up from what it originally is. This a Go high level white label, and they've built it out to be their own and to be something that is a lot more powerful than just the normal white label. So the whole point, like I said, of bringing in his system is to take this cost, the cost per book call, and ultimately the whole goal is to get that to be, okay, maybe you spent $800 on spend, we got 200 leads, maybe we can get that closer to like 50 to 100, which goes and drops this cost even further, which means the cost of the sale, the cost of going and acquiring a customer drops significantly. So that's the purpose of the AI systems that he has in place that he's been working tirelessly on for what, a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months?
Yeah, several months. I mean, we built our first AI chatbot in the beginning of the year, but this fully enclosed system has been past 3 months.
For sure. And I think it's important to realize that what he's building is not just like ChatGPT. Like, there's amateur users of ChatGPT, and then there's pro users of OpenAI. And that's where he lies, because it's like, I wouldn't be wanting to go and implement a system that I thought was subpar, mid, not acceptable. Like, this is actually a system that is extremely good, that will go and lower this number. So much so that I'm literally giving him a percent of the performance percent that I receive for this client to go and implement his systems. And it's like, I wouldn't be giving that up if I didn't think that his system was like the best system. And a client that we have that is doing multiple 7 figures a month is going and implementing his system as well. So it's a great system. Chris is the one filming and editing my videos. He's fantastic at it, which is why I have him doing it. So I took a handful of Mr. Beast videos, I took a handful of Iman Ghazi videos, and I plugged all those transcripts into a chat. I prompted it with a pretty large prompt. The output that I got from there is a rundown of what I'm looking to do with the YouTube videos and kind of how I'm looking to structure the videos, because even though these videos are raw, authentic, and real, it would be stupid of me to not try and structure them in a way that retains people.
Would you say like typically each day is going to have one main theme?
Most likely.
Day? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I think that'd be super smart to keep it on track, so that way we're not going everywhere with it.
Sometimes it is going to be a chaotic day. And
Yeah.
like, it's just, it is what it is.
We're just showcasing the actual reality of it.
First
Gotcha.
10-second hook, it needs to be something that hints at what is happening within the video, that promises large but also is not over-promised when watching the rest of the videos. The way that I want the YouTube video structured is each portion is like a short form video, but then all those put together also tell a larger story and only give the highest level of context within that. But yeah, pretty much it. One of the best things that you can do as an individual for productivity is you have to understand how you work as a person, because there are different personality types, and the way that you function and the way that you operate is different for every single person. So for me, I'm like probably ADHD. Like, I need to be stimulated all the time. So I have to do location-based tasks, and I have to do like micro sprints throughout the day, right? So it's like, if I have a task that I'm working on that I know is gonna take me 2 hours, it's go to a location, do that task for 2 hours. I don't get to leave the location until I finish that task. And then my next task, I drive to a different location and do that. Now you could say, oh, that's inefficient, a waste of gas, time, whatever. But it's like, I get more done when I do sprints than if I try to knock everything out at once. I'm a creative, I'm a thinker. My success stems from my thinking and, you know, the way that I process things, and I need to be kind of all over the place in order to make that happen. For example, right now, I did a task in the coffee shop, I did a task outside the coffee shop, and then I'm gonna go to 1 or 2 other places today and get tasks done in those locations, because that's how I function. That's all.
come and work. It's just kind of chill vibes, especially tonight, which is surprising. Sometimes it's not chill vibes. Sometimes they do Astro Chats. We don't like Astro Chats. All right, just picked Presley up from the airport. He's about to go home and do devious things.
Okay.
Am I right or am I right?
You're not wrong.
Leave everyone with a word of advice for the new year.
Word of advice for the new year: do things without expectation. So whether it's posting content for yourself or trying something new for a client, like I'm going on LinkedIn right now. I don't know how LinkedIn works. I don't know how good I am going to be at growing on the platform, but I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a shot. No expectation whatsoever. And anytime I've done that, I've gotten great results in any other domain. So try to apply that philosophy to whatever area you're trying to attack in 2025. If it's the gym, relationships, business, whatever. Just try things without expectation.
This is the operator right here. This is the reason that our business exists and that our clients are happy. Right here. If it wasn't for him, it would be an explosion. So shout out Presley.
Not a good explosion either.
No, it's not
Not
Okay, so I didn't film an outro when I was at Canal Club, so I rolled up my sleeves and filmed at night the next day so that it would look like I'm filming an outro for last night, but you're viewing this today, so it's tonight. So, fantastic day. Click the link in the description. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
There you go.
Link in bio.